Hi, I'm Elizabeth with Wallace Yarn Creations. Welcome. Today I'd like to show you some easy, relaxing knitting patterns. This time of year, things can be pretty busy and hectic, so it's good to have something simple, straightforward on the needles. All the patterns I'm going to show you today are knitted in garter stitch. That means you're knitting every row. So it's easy, straightforward, simple knitting, yet pretty and beautiful. First example is a shawl called Dust and Clay. It's a pattern by Veera Välimäki. You combine two colors, in this case a gradient and a solid contrast, and you alternate the colors to create stripes. Working with one color at a time, all knitted in garter stitch. And you knit the lace portion only in the contrast color. The lace looks really fancy and very pretty, but it is straightforward and easy because it is also just garter stitch. If you can do yarn overs and knit two together, you're all set. So the pattern is called Dust and Clay. And the colors we used are RAPHAELA. One skein, these are RAPHAELA 1 and 2, the same colors in reverse order. So you just need one skein and combine that with a contrast color, in this case white. So RAPHAELA has a warm, strong gold yellow and two shades of green teal. And that combined with white, these are 100-gram skeins, makes this shawl. It's a lovely crescent shape, as you can see, very wearable. And I love how the colors work together. Bright, cheery, happy shawl. So Dust and Clay, all in garter stitch, patterned by Veera Välimäki, knitted in RAPHAELA in white. By the same designer, I have this shawl. It's called Color Love, also a crescent and similar in the striping. This shawl uses 3 solid colors. So you start with one color, stripe or alternate the colors. Then you have this, in this case, blue. Insert an eye catcher as a focal point, knitted in short rows. It's a very generous size, very wearable, nice to wrap up in. In this case, the yarn is a cotton silk merino blend. It's a sport weight. The colors are red, royal blue, and teal. You need a set like this, 3 skeins, also 100-gram skeins each. And we do have kits in this combination available if you like this particular set. So red, royal blue, and teal put together look like this. And this is a really lovely, very soft yarn. It's just delightful to work with and to wear. It's really skin soft, especially now that it's a little colder. It's really very nice to work with. Pattern's called Color Love by Veera Välimäki. Again, all garter stitch, almost mindless knitting, something perfect for TV knitting, or if you have company sitting with other people. This is something I would take to knit night when I'm talking to others. Just to knit something, but not having to pay a lot of attention. So Color Love in red, royal blue, and teal. If you like to work with 3 colors, I have just the pattern for you. This one is called Tani Shawl. It's a pattern by Ambah O'Brien. In this case, we are combining 2 gradients and 1 solid contrast. So you're creating stripes, alternating the 2 gradients. And then you have those little bubble rows in there in a contrast color. I really like those bubbles. So the colors we used look like this, and they look totally different in the skeins than knitted up. The greenish one is called Psychedelic. It's a natural, really bright, almost neon lime, and the spruce green. The brownish one is called Alloy. Alloy has silver, copper, and milk chocolate brown. And then you have peach as a solid contrast color. So 3 totally different colors put together really make a beautiful shawl. And this is the time where you can really go wild with color choices. We do have this set available if you like this combination. But as I said, this is the time where you can really go to town and select something really colorful and bright. Psychedelic, Alloy, and Peach combined look like this. This shawl was knitted by my friend Biddy. Thank you, Biddy, for all your help and your support. And I loved how the colors work together and those little bubbles in there. The bubbles are also knitted. Everything is knitted in garter stitch. Every row is knitted, and you create those little bubbles with very short rows. It's a lovely, lovely shawl, and I'm so tickled with these colors. Big, slightly asymmetrical shape, lovely to wear. And the pattern is called Tani Shawl by Ambah O'Brien. The names of all the shawls and the color names are all in the description. I can also send you the pattern links if you need them. This one is another pattern by Ambah O'Brien. It uses 2 colors, one gradient and one solid contrast. You just alternate the 2 colors to create stripes. It's called Dianella Wrap. Dianella Wrap by Ambah O'Brien. It's a somewhat crescent and asymmetrical shape. This is really very easy TV knitting, all in garter stitch. You alternate going back and forth between 2 colors. The colors are Pauline. This is how Pauline looks. These are versions 1 and 2, and as you know, they are the same in reverse order. So you just need one and combine that with the gray contrast. So Pauline has purple and 2 green shades, and then the gray as your contrast color. Again, we have this as kits, but any combination you would like to use, of course, works. Pauline and gray. And these are all 100-gram skeins. Make this shawl. It's called Dianella Wrap by Ambah O'Brien. Nice size, nice and warm to wrap up in. One more pattern by Ambah O'Brien. This is called Bellarose, also knitted by Biddy. Thank you, Biddy. It's amazingly simple, yet so pretty. It's 90% of the shawl is just plain garter stitch, almost mindless, very straightforward. And then you add this beautiful lace edging. The edging looks fancy, but it's also all in garter stitch. It is added as you go along. And when you are ready to bind off, you add the same lace edging to the bind off edge as you go along and bind off. There is no sewing. So this little lace edging and the colors make this shawl. Very elegant color, and as you can see, when you look at the colors, you see that the shawl is a little bit asymmetrical. The colors, in this case, it takes 1 gradient, but you need 2 skeins. The color is called Milan. Milan has sand and 2 shades of blue-gray teal combination. It's kind of a light bluish gray, and I call it a blue teal. Very elegant, pretty color. And you would need 2 skeins. These are 100-gram skeins to knit this shawl. The pattern is called Bellarose by Ambah O'Brien. Said mostly garter. No, I take that back. It's all garter, but mostly just plain knitting, and then you have this little lace edging for effect and for beauty. But the whole shawl is in garter stitch. Last but not least, my favorite all-time pattern is called Strider by Martina Behm. I wear it a lot, and I might have shown it to you before, but it's so easy and so good to wear that I just need to show it to you again. So the pattern is called Strider by Martina Behm. And it is really as easy as you can imagine. Not only is it all garter stitch, but every row is exactly the same. So this one is cotton silk blend, 1 skein in color Kandinsky, looks like this. It's a navy blue, spruce green, and a merlot red. These are fingering weight skeins, 100 grams, and you just need 1 skein. And the other one is a cotton bamboo. Any yarn basically works. This color is called René. It's a cotton bamboo blend. There are just a couple of skeins left, so if you like this particular shade, you may want to grab it. René has gold, white, and a sky blue with rose running throughout the skein. So this is a cotton bamboo. The other one was a cotton silk. Any of our yarns work. You can use thicker yarn, you can use thinner yarn. The designer used a heavier weight yarn. So to accommodate for my thinner yarn, I added a few stitches, and all that info, how many I cast on, is in the descriptions below. So the pattern is called Strider by Martina Behm. It takes 1 skein. If you saw something you liked today, got some inspiration, all the colors I showed you are on our website, wallaceyarncreations.com. I'm always happy to take pictures. If you are not sure if certain colors do go together, it's sometimes difficult to envision if you just see them on the screen. Email me. I'm happy to take pictures to pair them up and help you find a nice combination that works for you. Thank you for watching. Happy knitting.